With the 25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda in 2011 came one of the best games to salute the Nintendo Wii's reign for over 5 years. I'm talking, of course, about The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. For those looking for a good reason why to ever own a Wii, Skyward Sword is definitely one of them. Skyward Sword takes place long before the events of the other Zelda games. We are introduced to a community in the sky called Skyloft. In this game, Link and Zelda share a much more personal and enjoyable connection with each other. Zelda is a longtime friend with Link ever since they were kids, but this touching moment is unfortunately interrupted when Zelda suddenly gets pulled to the surface below. It's up to Link to rescue her, and he discovers he is a hero destined to rid the surface of evil. He is accompanied by Fi, a spirit that dwells within his sword, and he carries out this destiny and fights the Demon Lord Girahim. Like other recent Zelda games, Skyward Sword goes deep in telling a story, but I think this game is taking the narrative aspect a step further. The story is engaging and includes a wide array of unique and memorable characters, thanks to the game giving more room for character development. Also helping craft these characters is the new distinctive art style, a combination of the realism of Twilight Princess and the cartoony cel shading of the Wind Waker. Nintendo has acknowledged the Wii's graphical capabilities and has created this fresh new art style that boldly paints vast, beautiful environments. The musical score in this game is the best sounding in any Zelda game yet. In fact, this is the first Zelda game ever to use an actual orchestra for all of its music and musical cues, and they all sound fantastic. All of this makes me feel like I'm watching a movie. A really good movie. Almost every element put into creating Skyward Sword does not feel wasted, but only adds to the experience. For one, the game introduces a new stamina gauge. It works great and allows Link to cover more distance in short periods of time and climb and scale walls much more quickly. Skyward Sword is heavily built around the one-to-one motion control of the Wii Motion Plus. It was one of Nintendo's primary goals with Skyward Sword, and they have done well integrating it into a Zelda game. The motion controls are smooth and work very well, especially when you can navigate through menus with simple flicks of the remote, and raise your shield and deflect with it by thrusting the nunchuck forward. You can point and swing your Wii remote in any direction, and Link will point and swing his sword precisely. With that in mind, the enemy AI has highly improved, and require more strategy and timing to defeat. In Skyward Sword, Decobabas can only be defeated by swinging your sword parallel to its mouth, and common enemies like Bokoblins guard themselves depending on the direction you point your sword in. Each dungeon in the game has its own clever and intricate level design, each including puzzles and mechanics that also require the Motion Plus to solve. For example, 3 eyes are guarding a door, and they follow the tip of your sword. You position yourself just right, and you move your sword in circles to dizzy them up. Also a cool use of the Motion Plus is positioning special keys in the right way to unlock doors to bosses in each dungeon. All the weapons Link collects use the Wii Motion Plus in some way or form. You twist and tilt your remote to navigate your beetle as it flies. You can swing your remote up to throw bombs or swing it down to roll them. Outside of using weapons, the Wii Motion Plus is also used to control your loft wing as you fly, dials for certain targets in the open world, and balance and maneuver across tightropes. Playing the harp at certain points of the game is done by swinging the remote gently from side to side, but I would have loved to be able to play certain notes on the harp, like what you could do with analog buttons to play the ocarina. But one of the most fun things to do with Wii Motion Plus in this game is to perform skyward strikes, simply by pointing your sword up and swinging it again to unleash a blast of divine energy. The new upgrade system is very uplifting and makes you feel like you are growing into a better and stronger adventurer on every step of your journey. Plus, the upgrades you can make to most of your quest items prove to be significant and highly effective upgrades. For example, you can use materials collected to make your shield last twice as long, and use bugs to make a bottle of heart potion contain 2 servings, each serving completely restoring your health. The main quest takes more than 40 hours to complete, but Skyward Sword has plenty of side quests. You can search for goddess cubes that unlock treasure chests that contain large-scale treasures and items. You can collect gratitude crystals when you help people solve their problems. You can collect pieces of heart, try your hand at a bamboo cutting minigame, and my favorite, a minigame where you high dive onto a giant spinning wheel to win rupees. Later on in the game, you can also unlock a truly exciting and difficult boss rush mode. This mode mixes up all the bosses you fight in the game and rewards you based on how far you progress. After completing the main quest, you can play it again in the new Hero mode, where enemies deal twice the damage and recovery hearts do not appear. One possible complaint I have about the game concerns Fi. Her constant appearances kind of hinder the smooth gameplay flow, and it's usually to tell Link what the story has already implied. But what makes up for it is that she is destined to guide Link every step of the way, and some of her appearances are needed after all, whether we call on her for enemy info, as well as advice on how to navigate levels and where to go next. The Legend of Zelda's second and last foray into the Wii is more than a strong one. It captures the very essence of gameplay experience the Wii can provide while sparing no expense for a masterpiece quality Zelda adventure. This is an adventure for the ages. It's so good that I'm more than delighted to include this game in the big three. This is a must for every Wii and Wii U owner. And that's why The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, rated E10 for animated blood, comic mischief, and fantasy violence, gets a phenomenal 10 out of 10.